Water and oil can never mix, can it? Can water and oil be homogeneous? No. Not because they are not fluids, they're actually fluids, but they have their distinctive properties. Am I right? Are we together? I really wouldn't want to say too much because the speakers who have spoken before me have spoken beautifully and exceptionally well. There is nothing that they said I would actually say to you that would actually be different. But that's why we are all here today, to speak together on the same thing, to share views, to call your attention to things that your attention might have been blinded to. What one person leaves out, the other person includes. We cannot all say the same thing the same way, but we can say the same thing in different ways. Am I correct? My boss, as I call him, is my boss. You know, he reminds me of some things. There is no leader who doesn't serve. Every leader, if you know you want to rise, and you know you must rise, you have to serve. But who you serve also matters, you know. If you serve a master, you are preparing yourself for mastery. Are we together? And in life, the moment you get born, you're welcome into the school of life as a student. And so long you are born and you're alive, you remain a student of life for life. I tell people, no amount of degree should never make you forget the fact that you never arrived. We all strive at being the best of who we are, creating the better versions of ourselves. Everything I'm saying, I'm channeling it to entrepreneurship. Because as an entrepreneur, you can never excel beyond the way you see yourself. Are we together? There's something called courage and self-esteem. It goes a long way. The way you carry yourself can actually make someone who doesn't even know you respect you and follow you. Are we together? Your degrees are in your pockets. It's not what defines you. When I translated that Yoruba saying that talks about one way not leading to the market, it actually targeted at so many things. One of the people think getting a degree is the only place to being successful. But I tell people, you being in life, you keep learning every day. Are we together? And as long as you keep learning, nobody knows it all. Even the masters and the professors, they also have people that teach them. And that is also why you have the Professor Emeritus. Am I right? Are we together? Or you've not heard of the Professor Emeritus? They are the professors of professors. Even they themselves can never claim on having absolute knowledge of everything. Knowledge is infinitesimal. There are some things that you can know that even those professors, they might not know. But then when you don't know you know something, how do you know that? That's where self-discovery comes in. And with self-discovery, you know your way. And when you know your way, you know where to follow and how to follow, where to follow. And knowing where to follow and how to follow, where to follow means you created your niche. And I tell you, nobody can beat you to your game. If you discover yourself, some people don't really know the power of self-discovery. In line with entrepreneurship, goes a long way. Because you are the sole driving force of your business. If your mindset is wrong, if your mindset is polluted, if your mindset is deformed, I'm so sorry, but that business will really suffer. Because even the Bible makes us understand, and I'm sure it's also in the Quran for the Muslims here. You can never live beyond the way you think. The way you think governs the way you react and the way you behave. And the way you behave and the way you react governs the way you live life. In other words, no man is beyond the way he sees life. No man lives beyond the revelation he has about life. The perception guards and leads and judges and determines every single thing you do in life. If you're going to rise, it starts from the mind. If your business is going to go far, it starts from the mind. There's no business that actually started and has tried and tried and tried and kept trying. If you have a business that has been trying and trying and trying and has never suffered any form of challenges, then watch out. Just one challenge that will come and sweep you off your feet and wash up everything you ever labored for. Challenges are part of life. It will definitely come, but how you handle it goes a long way. You can never be promoted if you don't write a test or sit for exams. Am I right? That's how it is. As an entrepreneur, you face challenges. Yes, that's true. Definitely you will. By the time you focus on the wrong things, you lose the whole thing. If you have a car and then everything is intact, but there's no fuel in the fuel tank, are you going anywhere? Are you going anywhere? No. If you have a car and then the fuel tank is filled up, and then the tires are okay, the engine is perfect, but then the steering is off, are you going anywhere? Hello, are we together? Are we going anywhere? We're going nowhere. I'm trying to call your attention to discovering who you are. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you're doing and what you want. And never ever believe that there is just one way to making it in life. There is not just one way. I thought about service. Even Jeff Bezos was a servant. He worked. He served. Even while he was working, he thought about starting his own business and all that stuff. He told his boss all his idea, and his boss was like, okay, you really want to do this, then you have to quit your job. Imagine this current state of the country at the moment. You have a well-paying job, and then you think of this beautiful business idea, and then it occurs to you that you just have to quit that job for you to start that business idea. Is it going to be easy? No. But that's why self-discovery, when you discover yourself, it gives you the map of the way to follow, the chart to tread on. Are we together? And as entrepreneurs, you need to have one thing in mind. Making money should be the primary aim. Are we together? Making money should be your primary aim. Money will always come. It always comes. If you set the priorities right, money will follow. It's like when you have urea and physics, and then you have insects and houseplants. You know they always go hand in hand. Have you asked yourself, why? There are some things you just can't change. And when you can't change certain things, you live with it and still achieve your aims and goals. Know yourself. Know what works for you. Many people get misled by he's doing it. But I know this thing more than he does. So why is it not working for me? The truth is, you don't discover yourself. When you discover yourself, you flow with ease. You don't struggle. It comes naturally to you. You don't have to be a business owner before you try and become a millionaire. Look for that thing you do with ease. Look for the people that need that thing you do with ease. And sail on. Because everything you have, there are people who need it. And there are people who would die to pay for it. But how much you are willing to pay for it is dependent on how much you are willing to project it. And the way you project it as well. Yeah, time up. As you guys can see, there really isn't much to do here. Because everything has been said. I just have to make a summary of the whole thing. If that's the only thing you're going to be here today with, know yourself. You might ask yourself, I don't know anything. Everybody knows something. Work on that thing that you know. Check out the relativity of that thing that you know to the problems around, relate it, link it, and find your way. Now, not to waste much of our time, it's really been a pleasure representing my boss, Chief Dr. Arinze, and also it's really been a pleasure to be in your presence. Like I said initially, it feels like I've been here before, but Such will our path to heaven will always cross in life. And for the prospective doctors in the house, I wish you all the best. All the really.
Let's go
One more thing. Life, humility, service, patience, wisdom, and intelligence, they go all together. Are we together? They go all together. I'm not really here to preach or to talk too much, but to add in summary, to marry everything all the speakers have said together. So there really isn't much to be said. It's an honor to stand before you all today. It's an honor to hear you listen to me. And I pray that everything you've heard today from all the respective speakers will remain meaningful to you and productive to you in all your respective careers. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep clapping our hands together. Let's keep clapping our hands together for him. Alright, now that we're done with that one, we're going to do the traditional way now. Now let's give him an IFUMSA clap. Let's go. Of the greatest people. You can do better than that. Are you ready? Of the greatest people, are you ready? Of the greatest people. Are you ready? Never did you, never I. Push your hand up for yourself. So right about now, before we go ultimately for our break, guys, we're serving the snacks. I'm going to give you the opportunity to stand up. Please get up, stretch your leg, walk up to somebody and shoot your shot. Not for Valentine, professional shot. Be like, hello, hi. Good that African like that, they say hello and they say hi. They're like, hello, hi, I'm person. When you're not hi, why will you say hello, hi?
When they be like, sorry, please, excuse me, I don't know what to do. Sorry, please, excuse me.
Sorry, please, excuse me, can I? No. So let me give you networking and selling yourself one on one. A lot of ladies know how to sell. A lot of people know how to sell themselves. A lot of people know how to sell themselves. But we're not talking about selling yourself as a, you get it. We're talking about selling yourself as a,
you get it.
You don't get it.
Forget about it.
Alright. So first things first, keep this simple. Unlike the way most people do it now. Especially when everybody knows they're networking, people don't listen. Don't be that guy that doesn't listen. You just want to quickly introduce yourself. You don't really care about what that person has to say. You just want to be like, hi, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm everything. Do you know what? Listen to the other person. Hi, you're not able to say everything you do. Exchange, if it's okay with the person, maybe your social media platform that has the things you do. For example, now, it might be difficult at times to let people know if we're meeting outside the environment.
Yeah.
I was encourage people to follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can see that I'm a professional MC.
Yeah.
You get, for some people, you might want them to follow you on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You want people to follow you on Snapchat, on To Go. Maybe you have an only. Maybe you have just one only social media.
Yes, we get it.
So whatever you have, just don't forget we have rice outside.
Not enough rice, so rice.
So you can walk up to their stand. But before we do that now, quickly, I want to give out. Remember we said we're giving out 10,000 because of this event.
I will go
If you are interested, in this next game, just step out. I'm not going to point anybody. I just need 5 volunteers. To make it interesting, I need 6 volunteers.
6 volunteers. Preferably 3 males, 3 females, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, equal opportunity for everybody.
Equal opportunity.
If 6 just come out, and if 6 just come out, I don't time.
Oh yeah, no time. DJ, give us one nice music. What's up, baby?
I need 6 volunteers.
6 volunteers.
The window is closed, yeah, I'm not the best person to do.
Give away, you don't want chop money.
That expensive. Don't encourage anybody. I'm going to count up to 10. If I don't have volunteer, we go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have to volunteer. Who else is coming? I see number 2. I see number 2. I see number 2. I see number 2. Wait, I see number 3. I see number 4. Number 5, where you there now? 5 is the perfect number. 6. Okay, I see number 5. I see number 6. Okay, we are complete. We are complete. 5. For people that are standing already. Okay, people that are still up, we are still coming. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want So now, you still remember the groups, right? Turn up. You can do better than that. Turn up. One.
Okay, one.
Alright, cool. Diamond!
Always shining. It's
Zazu. So we do this game just once. Once I point to your group, I give you a word. Somebody from anywhere sings a song that has that word in it. Do you get? For example, if I say for Timbaris now, we do a demo. Timbaris, I give you the word love.
Love is not enough, baby. Come to me,
You did their group. Do you understand the game? So once someone sings, please just back up the person, just for like 5 seconds. That's all. You get the point. Are we ready now? If you're ready, say yeah. You can do better than that. If you're ready, say yeah. Alright. Touch your neighbor. Oh, now they talk. This brother. So that was how you're not smiling the money. That brother is tired. See you now. We're cracking joke, you're funny, like you're listening to motivational speech. They gave you so give us a letter. Alright, are we ready now? Are you ready? So let's start with Diamond. Diamond, are you ready? The word I'm giving you, once I give you a group reward, we go around like that, like let's start good. So the word for this first stage, we'll do Diamond first, then we'll do then finally that. So the word I'm giving you guys is baby.
Oh yeah, of course.
My baby, round of applause to that girl, round of applause to her. What you all don't know is that you just go to yourself 2,000 naira, send me your account number, no. Okay,
What bank are you using? There's no network.
No, I'm not giving you. Send me your account number, Jerry. Alright, are you ready yet? One, the same word, pick it up, baby.
My baby.
Please don't raise together for one of our panelists and still give them word. Because of that, I'm not going to give you guys anything.
Yes.
Say now only panel, you know where we brought that from, what do we from the States? They are now stressing our panelists, they are answering. Are you ready to beat normal now? 1, 2, ready, go, baby. I already know where it's at.
We are asking, baby.
Are you ready yet? Zazu, baby.
Hello.
Hey, how do you do?
Say.
That's what I think, dude. Hallelujah. You just got yourself 2,000 naira too. I'm going to give you my phone number and I send the account number. Alright, let's do one more. The one I'm giving you, let's start with this guy. The one I'm giving you is Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Say.
the song. I want to be spontaneous. The word I'm giving you is tonight.
Tonight. I'm giving you tonight.
Let me give you tonight. Who sang it first?
You sang it.
Alright, I have something special for you guys. You would not believe it. You all just, how many of you, 4 of you? You just won yourself a beautiful round of applause. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, finally, this is the last thing. What I'm giving you guys here, I want to give you 2K. Then we'll give you part of this person outside. The remaining 4K will go to them. Alright, the word I'm giving you guys here is. Yeah. Smile. Smile for me. Now your voice are calling. Now you voice come up. Now is it you? Now you
come out. You won't read me.
Now you come out. Why you being decisive? Alright, we will come to them. So guys, are you guys ready now? What you're doing is very simple. We're having the break session already, so please, if you can get up, get up.
You can stand, you can stretch your leg.
Alright, now when you come to the computer, I love this game so much. You start a sentence with the previous for the last sentence. So for example, I love cake. Let's do example.
Oh yeah, no.
I love pineapple.
Pineapple is a beautiful fruit.
Fruit is for the womb.
Womb is not for a woman.
Woman like you is hard to find.
Find me a belt.
Belt it with me.
Me and you, okay?
Okay, I think this has gone too far.
Far and wide.
Wide like my mother's cooking pot.
Pot is a soup.
Soup like this I should be doing.
Cook me a beautiful meal.
Meal of the morning is. Alright. I think you guys get the
Get it.
Don't use the plural, stick with it. The person's last word is plural. It's plural. This last word is singular. It's straight up. Are you ready? Take it off.
Take it off.
So remove your mask for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, are you ready? So this is how we're going like a pendulum. One like this. And we come back like this. Till people leave. I'm giving you the first one. The first one I'm giving you is tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday.
That is not beautiful.
Me and a Muslim.
You are Muslim. I am a Christian. Why are the first one to go to have the seat? What's the last one?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful is an English word. Word has 4 letters.
Letters of alphabet.
Alphabet is what to speak in English.
Languages are wide.
English is a language, it's not language.
Languages.
So round of applause for
Thank you very much.
Language.
Language, example like English, Arabic,
Thank you. Please, people that want to go to preach to get ready. Are you ready? What was the last one? Language.
Language can be a field of study.
Study is what you do in school.
School is a place of learning.
Yeah.
Learning has 9 letters.
Letters are in English language.
Language is a means of communication.
Communication help to strengthen.
Microbiology, microbiology, don't do it the way Messi. I'm proud of you. Part 2.
Okay, let's get this.
2. Do you have a sister named Tutu? Don't worry. Alright, are you ready? 1, 2. You started first. The word I'm giving you is roller coaster.
Roller coaster is a kind I love so much. Much is 4-letter word.
Word is a means of communication.
Communication is a process.
Process has 8 letters.
Letters are in English language.
Language is how I express myself.
Myself and my mom are going to pass tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tuesday is the day of the week.
We ask for letters.
Letters are in English language.
Language is what I love doing.
Doing is a continuous verb. What is the four letter word?
This 4 letters, yes, I know.
You start with letter K.
Bright Steve. You know that you call bright. Bright, no bright. Wait, why you? Are you his girlfriend? He's girlfriend. Oh my God! What's that?
Yeah, let me cross you.
Alright, what's the reason to think of? Don't you want to share this money with you?
Yes.
Hey!
Alright.
You know I said we're going to give. I think that my mom person I'm giving to you. But I will give for you.
Yeah.
There's a trade fair happening this evening and also tomorrow. Find me in the trade fair. I have a plate of food for you. A round of applause for them. And you, my friend, your life just turned around. I know you never expected it. I just changed your life to 2,000 naira.
Just to keep.
Don't mention, I'm a philanthropist to give a guy. Alright, a round of applause for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So, before going to the pitch now, please can we appreciate our judges? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for sticking with us through the ever water and everything. Thank you so much. Alright, so right now we're going to have a representative from Bryce West to come talk to us about the app, the functionality, and the present products that they have at the moment that they would like us to. Hello, sir. Because the sound you feel is like you're standing up. All of you are standing up after the sound. Hello, see, lock the door. Padlock it. Come on, lock the door. After I fought for you people that they are serving you are leaving, what is the agreement we had? We're almost done now. Let's just take it to the end, please. And also, I will do to encourage you to stay. You people that I don't do. I'm going to do. Let me check my account. Okay, we'll do 10K for one person. I'm not doing 1K, sorry, 10K for one person. But you beat towards the end of the event. So the person will stay here that time. We're waiting.
Good job, man.
Yes, I'm proud of you people. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please can we make our representative from Rice West? Let's join hands together before we go straight to the pitch. For those of you that are here, if you are here for the pitch, let me see you are here for the pitch. Then we'll go to the participant. If you are here for the pitch, wave your hand, wave your hand.
The pictures.
If you are pitching, good. You are the only one that is here. Can you give my 200K? Off the music, off the music. Off everyone, remove this here. You are the only person that pitch that is here now. Please let me give my 200K. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Who is with the money? Alright, see, because she's so bold, she doesn't need to react. Honestly, she tries to. Oh, and also, for you, your meal ticket is not for this, so there is actual food after the event. So we have, if you say we shall have actual food after the event. I'm not happy. We have real food after the event because we know that a lot of people will be stressed and many of you have not had breakfast. But don't worry, go have your breakfast. Mr. We have represented from the right person now. So let's have our hands together for you. Please, we can do better. I need to bring it out. We can do better. I want to give you the protocol back. 1, 2, ready, go.
IFUMSA.
Hello guys. Good afternoon everybody. Let me just start on the system protocol. I'm excited to be here though. What's the great thing again? IFUMSA, great effect. All you guys are doing very okay, sha. Wow, you guys are about eating and everything, so you don't really want to. But can I say something about your clap, please? That clap used to be the window clap now. So you people now appropriated it for yourselves, eh? Don't let people hear outside you.
That's good. So my name is Tayo. I'm from Rises. I'm the business manager for Rises. So my colleague has been here earlier, spoke about financial freedom, how you can be financially free and all. So basically, for investments and all, the idea with Rises, like I said earlier, is we are trying to connect our users, which I want to believe you guys are going to be our users to the best world creating opportunities all over the world. So the idea behind Rises is to let everyday Nigerians have access to these world creating opportunities. You don't have to be like maybe Dangote or you have a visa to go overseas. Right here from Ife, from Oshogo, from Lagos, wherever it is you are, we want you to have access to these opportunities. Because basically sometimes it's just our life shaped by the opportunities that we are open to. So a lot of us could do better than how we are doing. But because we don't have access to these kind of opportunities, we are where we are. So we are trying to bridge the gap. That's right. So basically, I'm just here to just quickly run us through how you can access our app basically. Our app is available on the Android Play Store and also on the Apple iStore. You can go there and download it. I'll just quickly run you through. MC, where am I to stand for this feedback? So ideally, I'm just here to just quickly run us through how the app will work. So at this point, please, I'd like you all to just come out to your phones, download the app, and I'll quickly run you through. There are over 500 people here, so I can just go through it once. If you have any questions, my team is outside, so you can just talk to us. But let me just quickly run you through how it works. Rise is the easiest way to invest in dollar-generated assets. So if you go to your Play Store and you download the Rise app, this is what you're going to get. You click on next. You have your sign up. So you can just click on sign up. Or should I pause for you all to download the app? Because these places I'm saying, you guys are just eating and enjoying yourself. Should I give it a minute? Yes. So please, by show of hands, let me just see when you are ready. How is the network over here? Because I've been in the since yesterday and honestly I'm not enjoying the network. No, it's not a solve, it's just a good. Maybe it's my personal network. I use MTN and Blue, I try to non-network. So maybe it's Salah and Airtel users and get me on the. So please just Android Play Store. Just type right there. Don't bring that down. Download it. Network. Yes. Okay, you can. Please, has everybody done this? Can I go ahead? All right. So you open the app. So you give us your email address. Just type email that you use. Put in your password. You know how you get a password. Minimum of 8 characters over this. Then you click on sign up. It's going to take you to the next. You just want to know more about you. Your level. Then because we said your put in the so now we have kind of like a product what we have done I want you to go out there and preach the good news of Christ. About these goodies, $100. Be able to know how to example, to your code. Like you download the referral program. Basically, this is it. For everybody you're bringing to Rise, we're going to give you a set, just like a 10. We've gone ahead to tell as many people how it works. Get them. Tell people about it. When I do. Don't put it here. Everybody. Very particular unique code. For you, program, minimum of $50 you're supposed to. For all being great if we have brought that down to $10. So that will be able to join the affiliate marketing program. So the code later, we can go to the invest back and get the code. So once you impute it, our back-end engineers will know that okay, this person is from OE. Through that, they will bring I'm hoping I see appreciative faces for this now. You guys are not happy. So that is how it works. So once you build the code, then you continue. It takes you to another thing. It's your pin. 6-digit pin. Just put it on the line. It works. Then okay. Yeah, so at this point you have several funding. What people say about here. Saying this the code, you build it and your email is verified. And you also do ID verification because at this point, we're talking about funds, and there are some government regulations that tells us that we will have to do proper KYC, which is also basically knowing your customer. So we need to identify you using any of these forms of identification. Driver's license for those that have NIC, voter's card, international passport. You can use any of the small that you have, just to make sure this particular account is attached to you. Because at the end of the day, you need to send it from talking about money. So we don't take Akin's money and send it to Solana, and Akin will come and say, here's my money, where's it? Basically that. For example, one person is uploading international passport. Make sure everything is legible, is updated, and your ID is verified. So this is how you fund your wallet. You can click on fund your wallet like that. Now we have about 4 different options of funding your wallet. First up is the Naira bank transfer. If you click on that, it's going to ask you for your BVN. And we all know what the BVN is. The moment you input your BVN, you're going to generate a virtual account number for you. That account number is tied to your wallet. Once you have the account number, yourself personally, or you can give it to anybody. The moment that account is credited, it's going to appear in your right wallet, and it was automatically converted to you for you in dollars. Then also you can use the Naira debit card. So people will be like, BVN, maybe they don't have, maybe they haven't gotten, maybe no one's giving anybody my BVN. You can just Naira debit card. You click on that, it's going to take you to a quarterly payment way. You input your card details and you make the transfer. But for this, there is a 1.5% charge using the using the Naira debit card. We're going to charge you because it's not direct. We're making the payment via payment platform to your account. So there will be a 1.5% charge. Those that want that. Then there's also the US debit and credit card. One thing we do at Rise is we convert all your Nigerian money into dollars. When the MC was talking the other time, I thought he was giving out $10,000. I wanted to like clap and say yes. But he ended it with Naira and I was quite disappointed. No, it's not like I'm solving it, just saying that at Rise, it's all only in dollars. So you can use your US credit card. For those that have accounts overseas, they have dollar denominated cards. Just use it. Transfer your dollars. This just don't want to a lot of people when waiting for the whole year. Yes. So this, all this how to base and form the plan. So we have this view. Well, this is just like for those that want to like. We'll take a few details from you. Okay, I'm trying to get. We just going to get some details, how much you earn in a month. So we are earning 250,000. 20% of that is what you can afford to save, invest in every month. Then at what age would you like to retire? It's like a retirement plan, like I said earlier. And when you're done with that, you continue, tell us the age you're trying to. Then this, which is more important to you, capital growth, stability of safety. This will tell us which of the asset classes we should invest more of your funds in. And the moment to be maybe capital growth, maybe stability, maybe safety, whatever one you choose, you know the amount of money you're trying to get when you retire. These and these are the assets that will invest this in for you. So basically that is what. So sorry, I've been told I don't have so much time anymore. So for those that have downloaded, please you can come to our stand at the back. We'll give you the code that will enable our backend engineers know that they're coming in from OE. And if you have any questions, so please I'll just take maybe 2 questions because there's no time anymore.
We are very quickly. Anybody with questions? And please also with the wave of hands. Just raise your hand if you have a question. Anybody? Okay, I don't think there's a question.
So if there's anything at all, we'll be at the back and can get to meet us and access anything that you want to. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's stand together for our rights representative. Thank you very much, sir.
Can we join our hands together for him? So I'm going to implore, see everything we're going to be doing from now has to be on prompt. The driver, like I said at the beginning of this event, there's certain organizations that want to use this thing all for 3 o'clock. Like we said earlier. So we are working. I'm not requiring everybody, the people that will be preaching. But I don't use more than your time. You don't get it for very well. Alright, thank you very much. So now we're going to the pitch session immediately. So please let me from, please can we put our hands together for the moderator of the pitch and the president. So let's have our hands together for him. So just tell us the modalities and definitely we can dive right in. Let's have our hands together for ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for our very good amazing speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. So the moment we've all been waiting for is here. We'll be having a pitching competition now. We have a total of 7 contestants. And then we have 3 judges. For each contestant, you have just 5 minutes to present your ideas. Your slides have been submitted already, and I believe the media is in charge. So you have just 5 minutes. These are judges. Once a contestant uses beyond each of our time, such contestant should be penalized. And then please note for our judges also, we've been given the guides for grading the contestants, and the names have been typed in those in that form. But then the contestants might not necessarily come in that order because they were selected randomly. So I'll mention their names as they come forward, and please, the contestant, when you get there, also make sure to mention your name so that the judges will know where to put in your grades. You get me now, alright? Without any further ado, we'll be having the first contestant now in person of Okonlawon Tomiwa. Okonlawon Tomiwa is
Please join me as the Please, as each pitch
and
is
you'll be
called,
pitching our brand called Seller Signatures.
make sure you put your hands together for them. Thank you.
Good afternoon, judges. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Okonlawon Tomiwa, and the name of my brand is Seller Signatures. Seller Signatures is a fast-rising premium hairweave sales brand that seeks to see that all women sprout with beauty, regardless of what their hair looks like, regardless if they are bald, if they experience hair thinning, and if they don't have time to make their hair. In December 2019, I experienced hair breakage and hair thinning, and at the same time, I was having my medical board examinations. I couldn't bring myself to make people see me the way my hair was, and I had to think of a very fast solution. And then I realized that 85% of women in Nigeria also have the same issue. Some of them have hair thinning, some of them are bald, some of them don't even have time to make their hair, while some just want to change their look regularly because they want to reflect their individuality. And so I had to just think of a fast solution, and that was what brought about my brand Seller Signatures. Now, Seller Signatures is a hair brand, and we started operation January 5th, 2020. We have reached over 107 customers in the space of 2 years, and we have been able to deliver quality and affordability at every of our services that we deliver. So quickly, I will just go to the cash flow. Alright, so this is our cash flow summary between 2020 and 2021. In 2020, a total amount of 100,000 was invested as our first capital in the business, and the money was divided into 2. We used about 80% of the money for product production, and we used 20% of the money for advertisement. And at the end of the year, we were able to come about with 35% profit of the total money that was invested. Now, on to 2021. In 2021, we were able to get a total capital of 174,000, which was from turnover from 2020 and other capital that was invested in 2021. And so with that, I was able to invest 60% of the same money into product production, and that increased my product margin with 40%. So I was able to have more goods to sell to more customers. And I also invested 25% in advertisement, and that made me to reach out to much more people nationwide and also globally. Then the remaining 50% of the capital, I spent it on on branding. I did a proper brand identity. I invested in getting branded bags, branded delivery packages, and other free gifts that I can give to my customers to appreciate them very well. And in 2022, I realized that if more capital is invested in my business, I will be able to reach a total amount of 1,000 customers, and I will explain that in my next slide. Sorry, the next one. Alright, so if 200,000 naira is invested in my business, 55% of that capital would also go to product production, and that would increase my product margin again with about 50% of more products to be able to sell to other people. Alright, and also with that 200,000 naira, the remaining 45% will go into advertisement. And in advertisement, I mean that we would function more on our social media platforms, following the social media content strategy that we have already, and we also work on having about 2 to 3 brand influencers that can make our brand reach several places in Nigeria and also worldwide. And at the end of all this, we realized that in the first 3 months of this investment, we will realize 30% profits with the social media strategy that we have and with the increased products that we have. And in the following 6 months, we see that we have 65% profit on the total capital that was invested. And at the end of the year, we have 97.9% profit on the total capital that was invested, making it about 100% increase in our capital and also our profit margin. Then, sorry, last slide. So, in summary, the ultimate goal is to transform the business into more than just a procurement business, but to establish a manufacturing brand and reach more women globally, to the end that, yes, they are able to sprout every day with beauty, regardless of their hair thinning, regardless of if they are bald, regardless of if they don't have time to make their hair, and so that they will always reflect their personality to everyone. So I hope I've been able to explain my points to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So the next person on the list is Amarachi Gospel a party medical student who will be featuring the extra teas bag. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause.
Good afternoon, esteemed panel. I am Amarachi Gospel, a brilliant 200 level medical student and a staff entrepreneur. My intention today is to dip my hands into your pocket and walk out of this pitching competition with a sum of 200,000 naira and more. And I do this for a very noble reason, which is to give extra totes the opportunity to continue creating a fashion movement that will inspire and spark positive self-expressions and positive conversations around campuses in Nigeria. And this is a very noble intention, I must say. So let's get straight to business. It all started in August 2021 when I volunteered to be involved with anti-sexual harassment policy program, just like the one the head of the pediatrics mentioned. And unfortunately, on that day, while I was going ahead with my activities, I experienced a case of theft. My power bank was stolen and it cost me 10,500 naira to recover that power bank. Now, funny enough, the thing is that this case of theft could have been completely avoided, assuming the tote bag I was using had certain qualities and features which I have put into and incorporated into the new tote bags that I have made. The extra tote bags the extra is a fashion movement and an innovative fashion bag line which has certain features like the zippers, to provide safety and protection for bag items. We also have outer pockets and inner pockets to enable compartmentalization and convenience. So if you have your small items like your AirPods for the music lovers, or you have your pens, your biros, your little items, you can easily put them and retrieve them as at when due. We also have, as you can see, unique fabric prints so that you can stand out and look good anywhere you go. You don't always have to carry those black tote bags that look the same as every other person do. Yeah, so over time, if you check out, sorry, please can you go to the financials? Yeah, so if you check our financials, we have projected our first 6 months, our next 1 year, and our next 2 years. And the value we are offering is we're offering less for more. So we are giving you more features, more benefits for the same amount that you'll be getting in your normal toll pass. This is a whole lot for university students. And the toll pass, as we all know, is a transition for medical for university students who have left high school and no longer want to use the backpack. But you cannot afford corporate backpack, corporate handbags or briefcases. So you want a bag that is still fashionable, can still let you slay, and at the same time have enough space to contain all your school items. And that's what Extra Totes does for you. I believe that so the most important thing actually, 2 important things that you should notice is that we have gym bases which are custom made to fit into any situation or horrible weather conditions or whatever. So if you keep your bag on the floor or whatever, your bag will still remain good and it will still remain okay. Also, the most important thing you should note about Extra Totes is that we employ only students, and the essence of this summit is to encourage entrepreneurship with students. So employing only students gives students the ability to explore entrepreneurship as well as earn while they learn. And my initial goal when I came here was to leave this room with 200,000 naira. Because as you can see from our financials, the 200,000 naira will give us a starting point and a fast tracking point for Extra to not only launch but also grow. And with that 200,000 naira, we will also be able to reach more students with this bag so that you can slay, you can be in style, you can be in gold, you can make your fashion statement. I believe that with the explicit outline I have given, that not only will I achieve this aim, I will also leave here with more than 200,000 naira. Thank you very much for listening to me talk to you about Extra.
Thank you very much, Amara. Next on the list, we have Olasupo Azizat, a Plateau medical student who will be teaching dedicates. Azizat Olasupo.
Good afternoon, my judges. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olasupo Azizat, a Part 2 student of microbiology. Well, we all know how important food is, and the food sector is a very, very important sector. It's widely growing, especially the involvement of smart entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Delicacy is a business idea owned by a smart, business-oriented, charismatic young lady called Olasupo Azizat, which is me. Thank you very much. And Delicacy is a food brand that aims at providing grilled food and fried food for our consumers at affordable prices, and also we will give you very swift services and top-notch customer services. What led to the conception of this business idea? When I say bowling and fish, we all think about like it's street food. No, Delicacy is here to change that mentality for you. We are going to provide bowling and fish for you under good hygienic conditions. Poor hygiene. Most people involved in this business are roadside sellers and consumers are concerned with the hygienic conditions of what they consume because it has effect on their health. Most people here are medical students, so we should know that whatever we want to eat must be prepared under good hygienic conditions. And also, the local method is time consuming. But when I get the 200, when we are dedicated to get that 200,000 naira, we are going to get top-notch technological advanced equipment for the production of the foods. How we aim to solve this problem? We will develop Delicacy to ensure the availability of grilled food to consumers around the Ife. Our target audience, we are the students and staff of OAU, residents of Ife and Everyone, and can also cater for a number of people during occasions. Our customer acquisition skills, how we going to get to our target audience? By maximizing our organic social media presence, using social media apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, and by posting flyers on these apps so people everywhere can know about Delicacy. And also making well-known brand owners in Ife our ambassadors, and also our problem. With 200,000, we can get top-notch technological advanced equipment for the production of our meals, and we can also use it for food photography. Food startup package. The last slide. This is our food startup package. We have the roasted plantain with peppered beef chicken sauce, roasted yam with peppered beef chicken sauce, fried plantain and fried potatoes, and then we have the roasted plantain, roasted yam with barbecue fish with sauce. As educators, we are promising you homemade euphoria and ecstasy. I'm not only living here with the 200,000. I believe I'm advertising to you all to patronize my business when it has started. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Azet. Next on the list, we have Ibera Moses Yoke. She is a sexual health columnist at the LCT Online and also a member of the Standing Committee on Sexual and Reproductive Health, and she will be pitching the Ivy Sport brand. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Moses Yoke, and I am a fourth-year medical student of Akemi University and the founder and CEO of this brand, IFUMSA. Let's begin with telling a story about how this brand came to be. All my life as a female, I've only experienced periods as very uncomfortable, very unpleasant experience. It wasn't until I got into university that I discovered that pads are not the only period products that we have, and importantly, they are not the most comfortable. I discovered a period product known as menstrual cups. Okay. So the sanitary pads and tampons, there are three major problems that we have. That is cost. That is cost, comfort. Cost, discomfort, and hygiene. As of today, always sanitary pad costs 2 times more what it cost only 2 years ago. Many women attest that pads and tampons are becoming increasingly expensive, and as such, they can't take care of their periods. Statistically, 1 in 10 African girls miss school simply because they can't manage their period. This is 2022, and no one deserves to miss school because they can't manage something that naturally happens every month. As for comfort, many girls and women attest that pads and tampons are not only uncomfortable. Okay. Pads and tampons are not only uncomfortable, but they cause irritations and rashes. I can see that about 40% of us here are women, so if you can raise up your hands, can I see if you're a woman? Thank you. In terms of hygiene, poor disposal methods of pads and tampons contribute to poor environmental practices. And I know that if you're a woman here, these problems that I've mentioned, discomfort, hygiene, and rising costs are something that you can always identify with. You have the rising costs of pads, they are uncomfortable, and they are incredibly unhygienic. This is a menstrual cup made of medical grade silicone. Now, menstrual cups provide comfort like no other period product ever produced. Now, they provide comfort, they are cost effective. This is because menstrual cups are reusable, so they can last for up to 5 years. Now, you have people who can't afford to buy period product every single month. And here is a reusable product that you can use for up to 5 years without spending every month. You can go about your period, you can have an easy life, you can do anything that you want to. Your period should not stop anything beyond a sentence. Hygiene, please. for the body to use. Market size, please. Today, the total available market for menstrual care periods is $155.8 million. The serviceable obtainable market is $10.9 million. Competition, please. As of today, Ivy Cup competition are sanitary pad companies, tampon companies, and in places where women can't afford any of these, we have people using clothes and rags. In 2022, we all need to contribute into stopping this and providing better methods for women to manage their periods. As we can see, Ivy Cup beats each and every one of these competitors in terms of comfort, cost effectiveness, hygiene, reusability, and flow capacity. Business model. Target audience. Our target audience are young primary and secondary school girls, female university undergraduates, and working class women and women in the age bracket of 30 to 40. Every month, about 1.8 billion people across the world menstruate, and this is our chance to help more women have easier periods. Reach. Traction. In 2021, Ivy Cup was able to reach over 2,000 women and educate them on their menstrual health. And were able to help over 70 women transition from sanitary pads and tampons, thus enabling them to have easier periods. Projection, please. If Ivy Cup is granted the funding for this, we will direct 50% into increased production capacity, 50% to be directed into increased awareness campaign, and 20% to be directed into increased marketing campaign, 15% left to be directed into production development and logistics. By the end of 2022, we project that we are going to have a revenue of 500,000 naira, that's $500,000, and then we will commit 20% of this revenue into donation and charity, and donation is for menstrual cups to women in need who cannot afford to take care of their period.
Thank you very much. So the next on the list is Master Pastor Policy, representing the brand Bevel Events. Please, the clicker here says not working, so you can just mention the slide you are on so that media can follow through. Okay. You have 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, judges and my audience. Well, okay, over time, we have observed through many houses and stuff, we have observed that the quality of event services that are being delivered in the Ife and its environs and even on the campus has been of low quality when we compare it with the quality of event services in metropolitan cities like Lagos, Ibadan. And so, Bebop event has come, in respect to this, and we have come to chart a new course in terms of the quality of event services being delivered on occasions. Alright, and then we have this. Bebop Events is a brand that is aimed at eradicating the anomaly. So we consider it as an anomaly of low quality, the standard of event services in the Ife and its environs and even on campus. Alright, so what we do as Bebop Events is a tripartite, organization that we have three major brand subsidiaries. We have Bebop Events Decoration, where we provide exclusive event decorations for various occasions, and we're very good at that. We have Bebop Foods, where we provide catering services as well as bakery, confectionaries such as small chops and drinks. We also have Bebop Visuals. This is where we offer excellent photography and video coverage services where we make moments unforgettable. Alright, please with me. This is our brand picture for the three services. Now we have the revenue model. So we run an economic model. What do I mean? The fact that we sell our services to customers, that probably you invite us for an event where we deliver high quality event decoration or photography of anyone, and then we deliver these services to customers that need them, all right, and they value this product and they pay for our services. So that's the revenue model. The proof of validation, we want to know how true this is. Over the past 7 months, okay, it's bad. So we have launched our brand here in Hilefe. We started in Hilefe and we have a larger picture on our minds. We are moving. Alright, so we have covered a number of event services right here in OAU. And all of these event services are afforded us very great and pleasant comments and reviews. And one of those is the dinner party of the Faculty of Technology, OAU Ife. I wouldn't know if anyone here was probably present at that event. So that event actually happened to be the talk of time. Let's see. These are testimonies to how beautiful this is. It's very wonderful. And we have this. So that's to tell you we are very good. All right, marketing strategy. What do we do? Now, our marketing strategy, this is what the placement of billboards and posters in strategic locations, so that people get to know us more. Running online adverts with influencers. So we run online adverts with influencers, then employing marketing agents to pitch our services to major stakeholders right here on campus and across the city of Hilefe. So we have a wonderful team of dynamic members, all right, and the team is sectionalized into 3, and you can see the names. We have creative, catering, and visuals. We have many people there. So our expected income, it will interest you to know that if you are able to meet our marketing target, all right, we have a projection of 700,000 naira to 1.5 million naira. So if we're able to meet our marketing target, and this is just for the early stages, because we know through our excellence we'll keep expanding in scope, in ability, and in quality. Thank you. All right. Our competitive advantage, so what makes us excellent as we all given, all right, we have the needed items to execute our jobs perfectly. So that's because we have an alliance with a world-class event that supplies us with all the materials we need, and we are in good terms with them. All right, next slide, please. So the plans for 200,000 naira, we plan to install billboards and strategic locations, just like I said earlier. We plan to print flyers and posters. We plan to run advertisements with major influencers, and then remunerating marketing agents. Thank you. All right, I think we are done. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you very much. So we move to the second to the last person and president of Olawale Success Divan Olamide. He's the financial unicorn and will be teaching the unicorn at the good day everyone. Good afternoon, my judges. My name is Olawale Success Divan Olamide. I'm financial head of Unicorn. I'm pushing of the unicorn. Unicorn is a platform which explains all over the world and come together to meet and connect and share ideas and share content. And what are the problems we are trying to solve? One of the things I'm trying to solve is some questions nowadays are need to meet the right set of people. We are trying to bridge that up. 2, there's a lack of help and study materials for most of our friends and even our students to stay life. The third one is the poor education system all over the world, especially in our colleges. And what we are offering various solutions by accessibility, convenience, and portability to various students. And now we have got the features of the app. We have the home page, the tutorial page, the tutorial and the quiz page, the assignment page, the library page, and the people page where you can connect with people. And how did Unicorn start? Unicorn was born out of the need for students to connect with each other and meet each other while enjoying the resources on the site. And we started our beta launch at September 2021. Now, when is now the time to take action? During the pandemic, we saw that physical activities moved to the online space, and through the adoption of technology by various colleges, such as even OAU, who conducted classes on Google Classroom. So Unicorn is here to bridge the gap and to move students from the step of failure to the next step of success. I pray that to be yours. Now, what's the attraction? 4 months after our official launch, we have over 1,000 users and they are still increasing and rising daily. Next slide. Now, who are target market? Our target market has college students all over the world, and the research shows that college student enrollment increases by 40% every year. Next slide. And who are market size? We have over 17,000 colleges all over the world and over 200 million students. And our computers are master class,
flag blue and indirect computers are teachers page that. But what's our advantage? Number one is you have a easy to use UI UX interface which can be accessible to all students. Two, you have a way of connecting students using even your seniors in various classes whom you can't even meet physically. Number three, you have an income generation scheme in which you can make money on the app through the use of tutorials and videos. Four, we have free resources available on the site, and about our business model. We have asked to if you have a business, you can promote it on unicorn. Two, we organize tournaments and competitions, and we also sponsor events on various events on campus, and three, we organize tutorials and videos and even quiz. For example, in your forthcoming exams and tests, quizzes are going to be available on the unicorn app. And we have a team of 5 which join our day as the CEO. Is right there at the back. And lastly, our roadmap. Our goal by April 2022 is to reach all those students on this campus. Currently, there are questions on 2 campuses, OU and Unilearning. We have students from Z2. Our goal is to make sure all those students are available on this app. And by July 2022, become cost efficient and generate more income. And these are all the features we have on the app. And our main aim by 2023-2024 is to go head-to-head with like your Facebook, TikTok, as well as the main social media apps in the world.
Thank you very much. We will move into the last speaker, in person of Abiodun Gabriel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished panel of judges. My name is Abiodun Gabriel Arowele. I'm a faculty medical student, and actually I'm a stylist. I know stylists don't do this way, but you know. So COVID-19 came, and okay, my background is I used to sell palm slippers, handmade palm slippers. I was known by handmade by my classmates, and it was a beautiful business. It was everywhere. But then COVID-19 came, and I couldn't reach out to my target audience, which were students, and it was a big deal for me. So I started thinking, why should I be doing a business that when I'm out of school, it will just fold up. So then I went to the salon to get my record, and I had a very terrible experience, and the rest is story. So I was sleeping, and like we say, you hear the voice tell you this is the way to go. And I heard the voice that said, why are we going to So I picked it up. Yes, I can do it. I'm a regular student. Yes, I should be able to pass this. And really, I see that from Barbie, it involves eye-mind connection, which of course is a good thing for a medical doctor and surgeon. So basically, why is Gifted Hands? I know the name of my company is Gifted Hands Hair Beauty Chamber. We have hair beauty. That is to say that I have planned that when you come to Gifted Hands, we make you beautiful. And yes, that is very, very, very true. Okay, let me start by saying, what are the problems? What are the problems when it comes to hair fabric? And we look at that, okay, you don't have bad way and all that, but yes, there are more to that. There are more to the physical look, and I'm going to be sharing that with us right now. So, challenges are getting stylists, and of course, in the student environment, I hope to get like numerous number of students that fathers who want to even learn skill. Of course, the university is even encouraging programs of entrepreneurship for students. So, it's going to be used to also help students to learn skill. Sustaining the business, yes. So, okay, why is Gifted Hands different? Let's go to why Gifted Hands is different from every other stylists. Yes, we ask you what you want. We ask you what you want your hair to look like and all of that. We also ask you, you know that when you do this, right, the barber shop, you just keep on playing music and all these producers and money and all that. But we don't do that yet. We get a special Bluetooth headset whereby every customer gets to listen to a particular set of music they want to, or date, or anything that is peculiar to that Bluetooth mindset. Yes. And of course, one of the fears that people have when they want to have their age, they don't trust the person, we use my line up well and all of that. So I came up with this, on my own that I'm going out to cut your hair. I first of all line it up. You line it up because it's in the paper. Now, this feel like your hair like this. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're seeing the liner. Oh yes, I love this. Oh no, I don't like it. Correct like this. Before I develop this paper to line your hair. Also, you barb your hair and get a chance to win a free haircut. How is that possible? Now, when you barb your hair, you take a photograph of your hair and upload it on social media, which in itself we advertise the business. Now, if your picture has the eyes like you get the free haircut when it's sharp, you need to cut your hair. So again, now I also realize the bars, the shop is not just starting to the place where I just want to barb your hair and all that. So I'm going to get to ease your stress. Now that I then doing that, and then to provide PlayStations, games, where I can come and beat yourself in the mind and all of that. Next that. Yes, also, one of the issues is that you want to cut where you want to look like, you want to look like a Malay, you want to go on those nice style, but you don't have the money. Yes, we offer payment by installment, so you can use it very well. So, now on to 200,000 naira. What do I do with 200,000 naira? 200,000 naira, I intend to use it to get asset. An asset as we know. Capital reward. So what are the assets I want to get? For instance, the PlayStation, which of course generates money itself. The PlayStation itself. AC, good AC, and yes, new set of clippers. Yes, Barbie requires very good set of clippers. And yes, even in the business, I tend to have association. For instance, photographer that will be advertising by advertising. The time is up. Thank you. Okay. Let me stop here. Thank you very much. Please let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Round of applause. So what I think that is in the next 15 minutes, we're going to have a panel session. Ladies and gentlemen, with the resulting camp innovation, we have no time to waste. I'm running against time. And please, I'd like to apologize to our lecturers. I was so sorry that we shot the end time. So ladies and gentlemen, right now I'm introducing this panelist. I'd like us to join our together. First, I'm going to be introducing the brand developer from the founder for Eton and SW Tag, my very good friend Olowo Pere Adeolubai. So let's join our hands together for him. Following in the same vein, please help me make welcome our very amazing freelance and software developer, Sinzu Money, German for opening now. Let's put it for opening now, ladies and gentlemen. Also making welcome an amazing chef, the CEO of Joy Cakes and more. Please let's jam our hands together. She's also an entrepreneur and a photographer. Please jam your hands together to join the set. Also introducing to join them is Oyeleye Emmanuel, freelancer, financial analyst, pioneer owner, Penny Initiative. Thank you so much. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Johnny Joel. Let's jam our hands together for Cynthia O, entrepreneur and influencer, CEO Johnny Joel. Ladies and gentlemen, the person that will be moderating this amazing panel session for the next 15 minutes is no other person than our very own Amara to Gospel. Let's jam our hands together for Amara, ladies and gentlemen, as you join us. Please help our judges to maximize their time. Yes, also, I'm so sorry, I'm saving the best for the last. Please, a round of applause for the CEO of Breakfast NG. Let's jam our hands together for Kelly Salado. Come on. People, watch him out, you know that our brand is a unique brand that does amazingly well. And in case you don't know, all these people are amazing students are doing very well in their field. You get to meet them. If there's going to be a question and answer, please be precise. We might not take any verbal question and answer. So write down your question ASAP, pass it to the protocol official. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. And I want to say a very big thank you to our esteemed panel for making themselves available today. It will impress you to know that all of them present here are medical students in their clinical years. And they apparently are doing very well in entrepreneurship. I mean, some of them here
have cars, and some of them get sponsor scholarships. That's to tell you how very well they are doing for themselves. So you definitely want to listen in this session. And so quickly, I would like to ask each and everyone here, seated here, so research has shown that successful small businesses and startups have certain common characteristics. What kind of person makes a successful entrepreneur? Oh no, please, let's hear from you.
Thank you. I would like to start by saying entrepreneurship is actually wide. And we have to put things into context. Like one of the keynote speakers said we have the traditional business, we have the lifestyle, and then we have the startups. So what kind of person, this question you have to ask, is actually an introspective question. You have to ask yourself, what kind of person am I? So everybody is actually unique. You can't just go into any type of the field. You have to know what kind of entrepreneurship pursuit is well suited for me. Personally, I like to use stories a lot. Personally, I'm into the lifestyle category. I'm not one called out to submit to it. I'm not like under a boss. I don't submit to anybody. And I have my time to myself. And that's because before I set out, I have to think what kind of business can stand the test of time. In 5 years, what kind of business is relevant. So and that's the thing. You have to, for you to actually know what kind of entrepreneurship you want to do. I'm not saying that traditional business owners or startup guys are not like in fact fantastic, but you have to just know yourself. So the question, what kind of entrepreneurship is the best, is just a question of knowing yourself. And I'm not trying to sound cliche on this aspire to my boy stuff. The fact is that you have to actually know yourself. You have to sit down and then actually attack it so that you're able to actually hit the bullseye.
Thank you very much. Okay, so to save time, I'm going to ask the CEO of Joey this question. And so it seems there are financial expenses to consider when starting up a business brand. How do I determine my startup costs and other expenses?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Joey Jones. So this question centers on the kind of business I'm into. I'm not a digital entrepreneur, it's publicly. Publicly, I'm into an human and customer service kind of related business. So you have a business idea and you want to start a business, but capital is your issue. First things first, you need to make your research. What are the things people need? There's service-based business, there's product-based business, there are different sides to business. So you necessarily don't have to start a product-based business if you don't have enough capital. Because capital is really very important in any business. I would not lie to you. You need money to get more money. So in starting a business with no capital, I'd advise that you go for a service-based business to raise up your capital. When you have enough capital, you can diversify to every other part of business. But trust me, you need enough money to start up your funding. And then you can also work with NGOs that aid giving grants and money to help you start up your business. Just like people came here and pitched their amazing ideas, you can pitch your ideas, get your money, and start your business because you need money to get more money. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cynthia. So please, speakers, you have 30 seconds, 45 seconds max, so that we can save time. So our one and only past 7 PRO, like Joey, you are the boss, you are the boss. Yeah. So our next question is that marketing one's business, defining one's customers, maintaining consistent sales growth seems to be pertinent issues startups are constantly faced by. So how do you face the challenge of marketing your business, strategies, plans, and orientation that you can use? Okay, so strategies, plans, orientations that one can use to face the challenges of marketing, because you are always selling out your products, Joey. So how do you market your business to always sell out your product?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joey, and how I market my business, I think in all honesty, I leverage on my personality a whole lot. Because you need to have a way in which you approach your customers. Customer service is very important in business, basically. The way you respond to a customer, the first time he or she comes to meet you, will determine whether the customer will come back or if the person will even patronize you in the first place. Also, I take advantage of my knowledge on social media marketing. It is very important. Influencer marketing as well, you can't do without this. Thank
you very much, Joey, for that. Thank you. Please let's give her a round of applause. Joey always sells all her products every time she sells. That's what open now. Freelancing seems to be a route that the younger population are taking to be financially independent in a reputable way, as in they don't want to do Yahoo. But despite this, not everyone seems to be on this train. Some are ignorant, some uninterested, and there are those that have tried and are just frustrated. What do you have to say about this? It's 30 seconds.
Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Obina. And yes, it's true that a lot of people try to start freelancing, and then when they say that it's difficult, they stop or they give up. But I think the most important thing for anyone that is interested in freelancing, the most important thing you should know is that freelancing, a great percentage of being a successful freelancer is luck. And but apart from luck, the other very big part, the other very important part is consistency. So, for example, when I started programming, because I'm a freelancer, but what I do is I create software for companies and for clients. So, when I started, it wasn't easy. In fact, what you see now is a combination of my efforts from like over 3 years. This is my first year of freelancing and programming. But it's not give up. There were some times where it was difficult, for me to get jobs, and it was difficult for me to get good jobs, to get very good paying jobs. But I kept pushing, and I think that's the most important. So if you are here and you think that freelancing is difficult, just keep pushing, don't give up, and you might make it.
Thank you very much, Obina. So for our number one of guys in the house, Adioluwa. Dr. Adeoluwa, understanding branding as a brand developer, understanding branding goes a long way in setting up a successful business in this day and age. How do you establish, or for business owners that want to get started, how do they establish an online presence that does numbers, as in their profit, on vital social media platforms? And just together with this question, I would also like to ask that in every new business, there are several startups on Twitter in 2019 spoke about how they received unwarranted comments, harassment from customers. So how do you honestly think startups can handle this? When does professional become personal?
I think I'll answer the first question. The second question gets to it, right? So number one thing that you need to know for branding is that people buy who you are. Hope you got that. Like, people buy who you are. The first time people do business with you is more or less like, okay, you have amazing products, but what will make people talk about your products or the things that you sell, especially with service-based business, is who you are, your personality, your character, the way you respond, the way you treat people. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. That I'll link this with the second question. So your personality online, for it, you have to just be more or less like, okay, the person you are, keep it true, be transparent. You don't need to be cocky. You don't need to be. Just be yourself the way you are. Normal life. Just be on social media. Definitely, people who patronize, people who have business with you. For the second question about how does it become professional, personal? I think one of the first things that you have to learn as a business owner is that customer service. They don't teach people. You must just have the sense and learn it. You can learn it. Because human beings are different. We have human beings really different. The ones that are psychotic, the ones that are normal, and the ones that are just like, see, you can even tell them that, okay, this is the price. And you have people that will come and meet you and tell you that, oh, this is not what I'm asking for and everything. It's now more interesting when people call you out. I've had to interfere with people because I manage the socials for Google Health, a therapy platform. And one of the issues is that you see people just coming to rants and asking for therapy at 2 a.m. Who offer therapy at 2 a.m. and you call me out at 2 a.m. on Twitter that I need therapy and nobody's responding, and you have to be very nice. So at this point, it is not your personality. You have to first tell yourself that it's not your business. Let me first calm down. Then you now go with oh, we are sorry. You know that point of, you want to tell person, are you mad? But you go, oh, we are sorry. Sorry about this issue. We will resolve it. We will get back to you in some minutes. Meanwhile, that's just it. Just, how I say, they say a carnival pumps the way route. That's just the way it is majorly. So just keep it cool and try and work on it so we can answer them. I know that the CEO of Sycamore would have, at the beginning stage of their startup, would have experienced something like this. I'm very sure he would have handled something like that as the CEO before getting customer support and customer service guys.